Hello, everyone, and welcome to Emma English Channel. We're so happy you're here. I'm Emma.
And I'm Tom. Whether you're just starting your English learning journey or you're looking to become a more confident speaker, you've come to the right place.
In today's episode, we're talking about how to talk about exams in English. We'll teach you useful vocabulary, natural expressions, and real-life conversations that you can use before, during, and after an exam.
By the end of this podcast, you'll know how to ask someone about their exam, describe your preparation, talk about your results, and speak more naturally and confidently in English.
So grab your notebook, relax, and practice speaking with us. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Every conversation is a chance to improve your English.
If you enjoy learning English with Emma English Channel, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below telling us what topic you'd like to learn next, and share this video with your friends and family so they can improve their English too.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Now, let's get started with how to talk about exams in English.
Hi, everyone. Today, Tom and I are going to help you speak naturally when talking about exams in English. This is something students discuss all the time, but many English learners don't know the everyday expressions that native speakers use. By the end of this conversation, you'll have plenty of useful phrases you can start using right away.
That's right, Emma. Whether you're in school, college, university, or preparing for a language test, you'll often be asked about your exams. Instead of giving very short answers, it's much better to respond with complete, natural sentences that keep the conversation going.
Let's begin with one of the most common questions, like, how did your exam go? This is a friendly way to ask someone about their experience after an exam. You could also hear, how was your test? Or, how do you think you did? These questions are used in everyday conversations between friends, classmates, and teachers.
And if someone asks you one of those questions, you don't have to answer with just good or bad. You can say, I think it went better than I expected. Some questions were difficult, but I stayed calm. Or, I answered every question, so I'm feeling hopeful. These longer responses sound much more natural.
Before an exam, people also ask about preparation. You might hear questions like, have you finished studying? Are you ready for tomorrow? Or have you been practicing every day? These are excellent questions to learn because they come up very often.
If you're ready, you can reply, yes, I've been studying every evening. I've reviewed all my notes, or I feel prepared. If you're still getting ready, you could say, I'm still revising. I need a little more practice, or I'm trying to stay focused.
Many students also talk about their feelings before an exam. It's completely normal to feel excited, worried, nervous, or confident. You can say, I'm a little nervous because it's an important exam, or I'm excited to see what I've learned. Expressing your feelings makes your English sound more personal and natural.
That's true. Everyone feels pressure sometimes, but staying positive is important. A useful sentence is, I've done my best, and now I'll do my best in the exam too. This shows confidence without sounding overconfident.
After the exam, conversations usually continue. People ask what subjects appeared, which questions were easy, and which ones were challenging. Sharing your experience is a great way to practice speaking English while talking about something real.
Exactly. The more you use these everyday expressions, the more fluent and confident you'll become. Don't memorize only individual words. Practice complete sentences. That's the fastest way to improve your speaking skills and communicate naturally in English.
Tom, let's build our English vocabulary with some of the most useful words and expressions people use when talking about exams. Knowing these words will help you understand conversations more easily and speak with greater confidence.
That's a great idea, Emma. Let's start with the verb prepare. When you prepare for an exam, you spend time learning, practicing, and reviewing your lessons. For example, you can say, I'm preparing for my science exam this weekend. Or, I've been preparing for weeks.
Another important word is study. It's probably the most common verb students use. You can say, I'm studying English every evening, or I studied with my classmates yesterday. In British English, you'll also hear the word revise, which means to review what you've already learned before an exam.
That's right. Whether you say study or revise, the goal is the same: to remember the information and feel ready on exam day.
Now let's talk about results. If everything goes well, you can proudly say, I passed my exam. You can also say, I did well, I achieved a good result, or I'm happy with my score.
Sometimes things don't go as planned, and that's okay. You might say, I didn't pass this time, or I need to work harder for the next exam. These expressions sound polite, positive, and natural.
Here's another useful expression. I got a high score. You can also say, I got excellent grades, I received good marks, or I was pleased with my performance. These are common ways to describe successful exam results.
What about describing the exam itself? If it wasn't simple, you can say, the exam was challenging. Some questions were difficult. Or, it was harder than I expected.
And if everything felt comfortable, you could say, the exam was easy. It was easier than I thought. Or, most of the questions were straightforward.
Time is another common topic. Students often say, I ran out of time, which means they couldn't finish every question before the exam ended. On the other hand, someone might say, I finished early, or I had enough time to check my answers.
That's an excellent habit. Checking your answers can help you find small mistakes before you hand in your paper.
Here's another phrase you'll hear often. I answered every question. If you skipped some, you could say, I couldn't answer the last 2 questions.
These words and expressions are useful not only in the classroom, but also in everyday conversations with friends, classmates, teachers, and even family members. The more you practice using them in full sentences, the more natural your English will sound.
Exactly. Don't just memorize individual vocabulary words. Practice saying complete sentences aloud. That's one of the best ways to improve your fluency, build confidence, and communicate naturally whenever you're talking about exams in English.
Now it's time to practice with realistic conversations. Learning vocabulary is helpful, but using it in everyday situations is what really improves your English speaking skills. Let's imagine a few conversations that students often have before and after an exam.
That's a great idea, Emma. Real conversations help learners understand how English is actually spoken. They also make it easier to remember useful expressions.
Hi, Tom. I heard you had your English exam this morning. How did everything go?
Overall, I think it went quite well. The reading section was easier than I expected, but the writing section was a little challenging. Even so, I stayed calm and completed every question.
That's wonderful. Did you spend a lot of time preparing before the exam?
Yes, I did. I studied for about 2 weeks. Every evening, I reviewed my notes, practiced grammar exercises, and learned new vocabulary. I also listened to English podcasts to improve my listening skills.
That sounds like a great study plan. Do you feel confident about your results?
I do. Of course, I'm a little nervous because you never know the final score, but I believe I did my best, and that's what matters most.
I completely agree. Doing your best is always more important than worrying about things you can't change.
Exactly. After the exam finished, my classmates started discussing the answers. Some people were confident, while others weren't sure if they had answered correctly.
That happens after almost every exam. Sometimes comparing answers is helpful, but sometimes it only makes people feel more stressed.
That's true. I prefer to relax after an exam and focus on preparing for the next one instead.
Let's imagine another situation. Tomorrow is your mathematics exam. How are you feeling today?
Honestly, I'm a little nervous. I've studied a lot, but mathematics requires plenty of practice. I still want to solve a few more questions before I go to bed.
That's a smart decision. Practice helps you become faster and more confident. Just remember not to stay up too late because getting enough sleep is also important.
You're absolutely right. A fresh mind works much better during an exam than a tired one.
Before entering the exam room, what would you say to a friend?
I'd probably say, good luck. Stay calm, read every question carefully, and believe in yourself.
That's excellent advice. Positive words can really boost someone's confidence before an important test.
And after the exam, I might ask, how do you think you did? Or, which section did you find the most difficult? These questions help start a natural conversation in English.
Exactly. The more you practice conversations like these, the more comfortable you'll become speaking English in real-life situations. Instead of memorizing isolated words, learn complete sentences and use them whenever you have the opportunity.
That's the key to becoming a confident English speaker. Practice regularly, stay positive, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every conversation is another step toward fluency.
Now let's talk about something every student experiences after an exam: discussing the results. Whether you're happy with your score or a little disappointed, it's useful to know how to express your thoughts naturally in English.
Absolutely, Emma. One of the most common things people say is, I passed my exam. It's short, simple, and very natural. If you did especially well, you can also say, I got an excellent score. I received high marks, or I'm really pleased with my results.
Those are wonderful expressions. Another sentence you can use is, all my hard work paid off. This means that your effort and preparation helped you achieve a good result. It's a common expression used by native English speakers.
Sometimes, however, the result isn't what we hoped for. Instead of feeling discouraged, you can say, I didn't do as well as I expected. I'll prepare better next time. Or, this experience has taught me what I need to improve. These responses sound positive and show a growth mindset.
That's an important lesson. Every exam gives us an opportunity to learn something new, not only about the subject, but also about ourselves. Success isn't just about getting high marks, it's also about improving little by little.
Exactly. If a friend shares good news, you can congratulate them by saying, congratulations on your excellent result. You worked really hard, and you deserved it, or simply, well done. These phrases are friendly, encouraging, and commonly used in everyday English.
And if your friend didn't get the result they wanted, you can encourage them by saying, don't give up. You'll do better next time. Keep believing in yourself, or I'm sure your hard work will pay off in the future. Kind words can make a big difference.
Here's another useful question you might hear. How did you do in your exam? You can answer, I'm happy with my result. I passed with good grades. Or, I'm still waiting for the results. These are all natural responses.
Remember, confidence comes from continuous learning and practice. Every time you speak English, you improve your pronunciation, vocabulary, and communication skills. Don't be afraid of making mistakes because mistakes are part of the learning process.
That's right. The students who improve the fastest are the ones who practice consistently. Read English every day, listen to conversations, learn new expressions, and most importantly, speak whenever you have the chance.
Keep a positive attitude, celebrate every small improvement, and never compare your journey with someone else's. Everyone learns at their own pace, and every step forward is something to be proud of.
We hope these useful expressions help you talk about exam results with confidence and sound more natural in English conversations. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and remember that learning English is a journey filled with progress and exciting opportunities.
Every conversation you have is another chance to become a stronger English speaker. Believe in yourself, keep moving forward, and enjoy the learning process.
Thank you for practicing with us today. Keep learning, keep speaking, and let your confidence grow with every English conversation you have.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode on Emma English Channel. We hope this conversation has helped you learn how to talk about exams in English with more confidence and use natural expressions in everyday conversations.
Remember, improving your English doesn't happen overnight. Practice a little every day, speak as often as you can, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every conversation is another step toward becoming a fluent English speaker.
If you enjoyed today's podcast and found it helpful, please subscribe to Emma English Channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. We'd love to know which English topic you'd like us to cover in our next podcast.
And don't forget to share this video with your friends, classmates, and family members who are learning English. Your support helps our channel grow and allows us to create even more useful English lessons for you.
Thank you for spending your time learning with us today. We truly appreciate your support and can't wait to see you again in our next episode.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking English every day, stay confident, and never stop learning.
Take care, keep smiling, and we'll see you in the next episode on Emma English Channel. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.